When you see 13 ghosts, you'll be given a supernatural viewer like this, which will enable you to penetrate for the first time into the spirit world.
Can I rely on you not to get me killed?
I guarantee nothing.
One big room full of bad bitches. One big room full of bad bitches.
She is alive! Yes! Woo! I am here, live and in color. Just a heads up, this is not a glorification of real crime victims. 13 Ghosts. Before we get into the 2000s 13 Ghosts, let's get into the 13 Ghosts originally created in the 1960s.
Big room full of bad bitches. One big room full of bad bitches. Take personal security precautions to avoid becoming a victim of an attack.
Listen to William Castle, whom the Saturday Evening Post calls the master of movie horror.
Do you believe in ghosts, 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 ghosts?
Just watch Bounty attracting, absorbing moisture.
Now, brace yourself as we take you across the threshold of our haunted mansion, where there's a ghost for everyone in the family.
Cyrus Zorba, a father and husband down on his luck, financially inherits a home from his rich uncle named Dr. Plateau Zorba.
Telegram for you.
He goes, he meets up with Dr. Zorba's lawyer, and Dr. Zorba's lawyer, whose name is Ben, gives him a spooky box, and he's like, this is for you by your uncle. And then Cyrus opens the box, a bunch of spooky flies and wind appear, then he picks up these glasses that look all scientific and whatnot, and they're like, whoa, what is this? Turns out his uncle experimented with ghosts and the occult.
Fuck this.
Cyrus and his family moves into the rumored haunted house owned by Dr. Plateau. His kid, Buck Zorba, finds a Ouija board and they all play with it. Stupid. Buck and Cyrus's daughter named Medea ask the Ouija board if there are any ghosts and if it wants to kill them. The board says yes, and the tool thingy floats on its own. They just went in hard with the questions immediately. They didn't do anything. They didn't warm up or nothing. They were just like, do you want to kill us? And then the ghost was like, yeah, actually I do want to kill you. Jesus. And what is it called? The tool thingy that you put your finger on? The little thing? I'm going to look that up really quick. What is that called? What is the tool? A planchette? A planchette? How do you say this? Planchette. Okay, so they were fooling around with the
Planchette.
And the
Planchette.
told them that yes, I would like to kill you. Later on, Cyrus and his wife Hilda learn that they can't sell the house because if they don't live in it, it goes straight to the state. They have nowhere else to go because they're broke. So they're like, stay here and possibly get haunted or sleep on the sidewalk. You can guess what they chose. They chose to get that ass haunted.
Come play.
More spooky things occur. Cyrus tries to ignore them as nonsense. Meanwhile, everyone else is spooked out of their fucking mind. Cyrus discovers his uncle's official lab and also discovers that when he wears those mysterious glasses that he received in that package given to him by his uncle's lawyer, that he can see ghosts. Cyrus suddenly gets a painful hot brand on his hand which reads 13. Dr. Zorba was a scientist wanting to photograph the spirit and its world. He believed that if you can see a ghost, then you can control it. Dr. Zorba traveled the world capturing ghosts with the lenses he made and brought them back to his home. Cyrus learns that his uncle is the 12th ghost after reading a book describing the ghost in Dr. Zorba's work. Oddly enough, the page that should be about the 13th ghost is blank. 13th ghost is needed for all the ghosts to be set free. Cyrus just got branded on his freaking hand with the number 13. I wonder what that could possibly indicate. It's time for him to die. Elaine, the housekeeper and also an assistant to Dr. Zorba's experiments, remains in the house with Cyrus and his family. Dr. Zorba died by suffocation officially, but according to Elaine, the ghosts he once controlled are what killed him. Hello. Completely forgot. Cyrus's daughter, Medea, starts dating Ben.
Oh, shucks. What did you have to open the door for?
Dr. Zorba's lawyer. The same guy who gave him the news about the inheritance and gave him the spooky box and all that, who he met up with in the beginning, him is dating. He's dating his teenage daughter.
It was a wonderful evening, Ben. Thanks. Well, how about some coffee before you go?
I mean, I don't know if they ever clearly gave her an age in the movie, but I still take it that it was probably an inappropriate age gap. I don't, I thought, yeah. So, Ben discovers that, I forgot to mention, too. Before Dr. Zorba died, he cleaned out his accounts, got his physical money, and hid it in his house. And who knows this? Ben the lawyer knows this. Does Zorba's family know this? No, they don't. So he starts dating the daughter.
I wish your family hadn't moved in.
Yeah, see how it's all coming together? Fuck ass Ben. One day, Ben discovers that Buck found money on the floor after sliding down the banister of the stairs. Ben told Buck to keep it a secret. Shh, don't tell anyone you found this money.
I keep your secrets and you keep mine, okay?
Okay.
And Buck, being a child, wanting someone to look up to, wanting to be important and feel important as a child loves to do.
Understanding.
He's like, okay, I'll keep this secret between us. Shh. So fuck ass Ben, by the way, the night before this occurred, dressed up as a ghost to scare Medea in order to get the family out of the house so he can find the money. Remember, leading up to this, the family is already freaked out by the ghosts that are actually really there. Then he decides he's going to physically put on a costume, hide in his girlfriend's room, walk out of the curtain like freaking Evil Dead, really ready to kill her, and she just freaks the fuck out. And they're gonna be like, our daughter's health is important, we can't keep her here. That's what they were hoping for.
What happened?
Come in here.
Yeah, we're not done with Ben yet. Ben the lawyer decides to come to the house one day and tells Buck, don't tell anyone that I'm here.
Let's tell him. Ouch! You're hurting.
Oh, I'm sorry, Buck. We can't tell anyone yet.
And Buck's like, cool, okay, yeah. So then Ben hides in the house waiting until freaking everybody goes to sleep. I think that's what happened. He waited for a while. Ben, he wanted the money so badly that he tries to kill this child. The same way, turns out, he killed Dr. Zorba. Yeah, Ben killed Dr. Zorba. The bed has some weird mechanism that brings the freaking headboard down and then smothers him. I don't know if Ben made that himself or if the house came that way or if Dr. Zorba did that. I don't know. But he freaking takes Buck out of his bed, takes Buck to Dr. Zorba's room, puts him in the bed, and then initiates the bed to come down to smother the child. But whoop-de-doo, Dr. Zorba is the freaking 12th ghost in the house. He was like, no, I want to be set free. But you're about to be the 13th ghost. Bitch, he pulls Buck out of the bed. Then he pushes Ben, Dr. Zorba pushes Ben into the bed, holds him down. Dr. Zorba's ghost holds him down in the bed as the bed comes down and smothers him. Then all the ghosts are set free. And then Dr. Zorba got his lick back.
Looking like a quarter lick.
And then the family discovers the money because Buck tells the family about the money. Now the family is lost in the sauce, rich now. They can live finally a happy life, not broke, not being held hostage by a haunted house, because the haunted house isn't a haunted house. The haunted house is free of ghosts, so now they're living lavish in a nice ass house.
What's up, MTV? Come on in, you broke motherfuckers.
And they can upgrade that shit. They get a flat screen TV now, man. They don't have to have that. This is a different time. They ain't getting no flat screen TVs, but you get my drift.
$8.99, $100. I never thought I'd get tired of this.
And that concludes the movie.
One big room full of bad bitches. One big room full of bad bitches.
Let's get into those ghosts that were haunting that house, causing chaos. Let's get into it.
Stop it! Stop it, I say!
These ghosts in the original film don't have much of a story attached to them. I mean, it wasn't centered around who the ghosts were. It was centered around that the ghosts were captured and are there, and the reasoning for them being captured in there. So, what's a girl to do when she talks about the original 13 ghosts? I tell you what a girl's to do. A girl who likes to write and has a wild, crazy imagination is just going to tell a story anyway, okay? Number 1, the Wailing Lady. Maybe she died from a broken heart, and her grief was just so heavy that she remained on earth to cry out until the end of time. Or maybe she's wailing because she's terrified of something that she saw before she died. Her soul is unsettled because she doesn't know what killed her. And forever in eternity, she is running around screaming, haunting those because of what is haunting her. Maybe. Number 2, the Clutching Hands. My thoughts are thinking maybe a very talented artist, well known for what he was able to put together with his hands. Painting, sculpting, who knows what it was. Maybe he was even a doctor, who knows. But his hands were an important part of his life and his profession. And then one day he loses the use of his hands. And after that, his life basically ended. He was alive still, walking the earth, but he was the walking, living dead. Because his soul died when he lost the use of his hands, or he lost his hands literally.
One big room full of bad bitches. One big room.
The fiery skeleton. Maybe Dr. Zorba visited a place during his travels that burned women accused of being witches. And this woman clearly has unfinished business. The Italian chef, his wife, his wife's lover. A 3-in-1. A tale as old as time. A scorned lover taking the life of the ones who broke their heart. The cops walked into what was happening and they put him down.
Freeze! Get down!
The Hanging Lady. We know how she died, but as to why her death was led to this end, who knows? Was it murder or did she take her own life? The executioner holding a severed head. Well, we at least know what this ghost did for a living. Maybe someone got revenge on him for killing someone they loved, and that person is the head he holds. The lion, the headless tamer. From what I gather from this, the lion had enough of the tamer's abuse. So for their final act, he had himself a little snack. The floating head. What if this floating head is the ghost of the severed head that the executioner is holding? They never said that Dr. Zorba didn't get more than one ghost at the same locations. Hell, what if the wailing woman, the first ghost we spoke about, was the lover of the decapitated head? After getting her revenge on the executioner and those who also had a role in her lover's demise, she ended it all, or someone ended her. Number 12, Dr. Zorba. The mad scientist obsessed with the afterlife and succeeded in capturing 11 ghosts, only to meet his demise after his greedy lawyer named Ben suffocated him for his fortune. Number 13, Ben the lawyer. A man fueled with the love of money meets his death by the very man he killed in order to steal it from.
Looking like a quarter lick.
And that is my summarized version of the original 1960s 13 Ghosts. And now, without further ado, let's get into the 13 Ghost movie that we all know and love.